Our video today has candy cane overload, and luckily Dollar Tree has a lot of options when it comes to that department. Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Shannon from TheDailyDIYer.com, and today's video is filled with budget-friendly DIYs using items from Dollar Tree. So we are going to start with these huge candy cane poles. We're going to turn them into candy cane lane gifts. I have a free printable. It'll be linked down in the description box below for you. You'll click that link, download it to your computer, print it off on some white cardstock, and cut it out. Next, you're going to use some good old-fashioned stick glue, add it to the backside of our printable, and wrap it around your candy cane pole. You can leave them as is, or you can go one step further and add cute little pom-pom balls to the top of these. We're going to use some hot glue, add the pom-poms right on top. You can also find those pom-poms at Dollar Tree as well, and these are ready to give. These make for the perfect Secret Santa gift, stocking stuffer. Add them to the tops of gifts, leave them on someone's desk as a Secret Santa gift. So easy to make. Love that there's the to and from on the back so that you can leave a little message on there if you want. So cute, easy, and affordable. Make sure to grab that free printable that I'll have linked down in the description box below. If you love paper crafting, I have the deal of the year for you all, but a little bit more about that here shortly. Let's chat about my new printable set called the Candy Cane Christmas Collection, now available for members of my Paper Printables crafting club, Honey Prints Paper Co. Each month, a brand new Paper Printables collection launches, and this month's just happens to be the Candy Cane Christmas Collection. This set happens to have 20 Christmas crafting printables in it. Once you join the club, you'll gain instant access to the set where you can click, download, craft, and enjoy. Let's craft with one of the printables from this collection. This is the Candy Cane Pocket with a cute reindeer theme. You're going to go ahead and download that, print it off on some white cardstock, cut it out, and then we're going to flip it over to the back side, fold it in half, run some double-sided adhesive up on each side of that flap, adhere it together, and we're going to add some candy canes into that pocket we just created. Every project that I create is made for every skill level. Whether you're a beginner or advanced crafter, you're going to have so much fun and find so much joy in these projects. So this is just one of the collections that is currently available once you join Honey Prints Paper Co.'s crafting club. You'll obviously get this Candy Cane Christmas collection, but you're also going to gain access to over 100 other additional crafting projects as soon as you join. And not only that, but you're also going to gain access to a members-only blog and chat room where you can ask questions, share pictures, and chat with other crafters. I want to give you a close-up look at some of the actual printables from the Candy Cane Christmas collection. Created and made so many fun projects. As soon as you join, you'll be able to print these off and get to crafting. Now, as I said, I have the Crafters Deal of the Year for you. There's a QR code on your screen, or you can go down to the description box or go to honeyprintspaperco.com so you can join today. I actually have a Black Friday week-long special going on. You can use code HP Black Friday 25, and that will save you 50% off your first month's subscription. It's as easy as going to the website. You're going to click Join Now, type in your Black Friday coupon code, HP Black Friday 25, hit Apply, fill in your information. At the bottom, you'll click Join Now, and you will be instantly a part of the Honey Prints Paper Co. crafting club. This is the biggest sale of the entire year. I won't be offering it again, so make sure to take advantage of this 50% off sale. It's for a very limited time. It expires this Saturday, November 29th, 2025. So head on over to honeyprintspaperco.com, join the club, and get to crafting right away. Let's turn these candy cane candy tubes into a cute reindeer. This is a tradition I have with my kids every year. They always get one of these candy tubes in their stockings, but we're going to make it extra cute this year. We're going to double them up, and we're going to measure the label size on your candy canes. They're about 3¼ inches long. We're going to cut a piece of brown cardstock out, tape our candy canes together, and then wrap that cardstock around the labels. Now to add his face, a big red pom-pom nose, some wiggly eyes, a cute bow underneath his nose, and we're gonna add a little jingle bell on there as well, because we all know Santa's reindeer like to come in with a jingle. This makes for another easy and affordable gift idea, or even a fun project you can make with kiddos so they can make their own. Now we're gonna make a traditional candy cane project that is also edible. So you're gonna need some peppermint bark from Dollar Tree and also one of their boxes of candy canes. Start by turning your oven to 200 degrees, get it preheated. We're gonna take a baking sheet. You can line it with parchment paper and spray it with a nonstick spray, or use a silicone sheet like I did. Now here's a pro tip, and it's an easy one. You're gonna need an X-Acto knife to help remove the wrapper off the candy canes. It's really easy to break these, but the X-Acto knife is going to make this process so much easier. You don't even have to press very hard. You just run that X-Acto knife down the side of your candy cane, and then that will loosen up the wrapper so you can easily just remove it. Just be careful at that hook at the top. That's kind of a little tricky spot, but yeah, just be gentle with it, and it'll make the process of unwrapping all your candy canes so much easier. We're then gonna lay our candy canes opposite sides facing to make a heart shape on our baking sheet. Then you'll put your candy canes in your preheated oven. This is crucial, only 5 to 10 minutes. We want these softened but not melting, so keep an eye on them. Once they get, like I said, soft, at that point you can take them out and start pinching the connection points together. So the top and the bottom, we want these to become one big candy cane. We're gonna fill the inside of the candy canes with our Dollar Tree peppermint bark bars. So my suggestion here is break them apart while they're still in the package. Then you can open the package, pour them into a microwave safe dish, and then you're going to microwave them in 30-second increments, stirring at each time your timer goes off. This took about 2 minutes for me. We're gonna mix this up and then pour it into the center of the candy canes. This is a great way to use any of those broken candy canes. Put them into a Ziploc bag, crunch them up, not too fine. We want the chunks here to then sprinkle into the peppermint bark. You can put these into your refrigerator for about 30 minutes to an hour, let them cool and harden all the way, and these are ready to give. You want to store them in an airtight container. These would be cute to add to a stocking, put with your hot cocoa bar, put on a breakfast plate. So cute, so yummy. Speaking of hot cocoa, grab some of these candy cane spoons from Dollar Tree. We're gonna make them chocolate spoons for our hot cocoa that are going to be amazing. You're gonna need some melting wafers, the chocolate kind, and some sprinkles. Time to melt the chocolate. You want to follow the directions on the chocolate's packaging, and you want this type of consistency, nice and runny. Go ahead and dip your spoons into the chocolate, let any excess drip off. Then you can place it on some wax paper, and before it cools, we're going to then sprinkle it with our sprinkles. These little plastic bags are on Amazon. I'll link them down below for you. They are the perfect size to place your chocolate spoons down into. They just make them look super fancy, especially if you're going to give these as a gift. You can tie them up with some ribbon and add a tag to them. These are cute to add to a gift set, or even just put on your hot cocoa bar. Or if you're going to have a party, a great little item to put out. So easy to do. Yummy, yummy too. But I will be sure to link those bags down in the description box below for you, along with the other supplies you're going to see in today's video. We've all heard of hot chocolate, but what about peppermint cocoa? This is an easy recipe using your crock pot, whole milk, vanilla extract, white chocolate chips, and candy canes. We're going to start with half a bag of white chocolate chips in the bottom of your crock pot. I'm using a smaller sized crock pot, so you can adjust the measurements here if you want to double or triple the recipe. So next we're going to put in 4 whole candy canes and then a 1/4 gallon of whole milk. Last but not least, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we're going to mix this all up, put our crock pot on high, cover it, and let it cook for 1 hour. At the 1 hour mark, go ahead, come back in, give it a good stir, put the lid back on, and let it cook for 1 more hour. So this is after 2 hours of cooking. Everything is good and melted. Give it another stir, and this is ready to serve. I'm going to garnish this peppermint cocoa with some whipped cream on top with some crushed candy canes and a whole candy cane for good measure. Now that I've shared some candy cane recipes, let's craft with some candy canes. You're gonna need a recycled old can, washed out, some double-sided tape, and some hot glue. Start by putting your double-sided tape around your can, and then add your candy canes with some hot glue around until you've filled up the entire outside of the can. Now you're going to take ribbon, tie it around the candy canes, tie on a cute bow. This is going to keep our candy canes in place and also make it look extra cute. We created the cutest little candy cane vase. You can put flowers in here, you can put greenery in here, a beautiful accent to your Christmas decor, or even makes for a beautiful centerpiece. Let's DIY a peppermint candle. I have this cute mug, clear mug from Dollar Tree. You're also gonna need some of the pillar candles in the glass jars from Dollar Tree. We're gonna melt one of those down, put it in a pot of water, let it melt. It takes about 20-ish minutes. And we're also going to be reusing the wick, so don't get rid of that. Now we need to prep our container, which I said is this cute glass mug. We saved that wick, so take that, put some super glue on the bottom of the metal part, glue it down into the bottom of the glass, and then we're gonna take a pencil and wrap the excess wick around the pencil. That's gonna keep our wick upright and centered in the container while we pour in our wax. Obviously the wax is very hot, so be careful here, wear gloves. Pour that into your container, and we're gonna add some peppermint essential oil and some cinnamon essential oil into our wax and give it that peppermint smell. We're gonna let this kind of cool down, but not cool all the way, because we're gonna add some crushed up peppermints, or you could do candy canes, in here to the top to accent this. You do want to make sure to cut your wick down before you light it, but this makes for the cutest gift. Look how adorable this is, and it smells amazing too. We're gonna have fun with these giant 4-foot candy canes from Dollar Tree. We're gonna make a really involved DIY here that is going to blow your mind. I have 4 of these wood crates and also some white spray paint. So we're gonna give the crates a couple coats of this. It's gonna make this go so much easier than painting them by hand. Through the magic of YouTube, here's our 4 crates painted. We're going to set those aside a second because we're going to make a big sign to go over this. We're going to make a candy cane booth. So I grabbed 2 of these tall blank signs from Dollar Tree. We're going to turn them into a candy cane sale sign. So of course the crates are pretty long and we needed a long sign to go above them. So we're going to put these 2 together end to end using some hot glue and some stir sticks. I'm going to be using my Cricut machine and some red vinyl to put the lettering onto the sign, but no worries. If you don't have a vinyl cutter, grab out paint and a paintbrush or a paint pen and you can add the lettering on free-handed, but I absolutely love my Cricut machine. If you ever thought about getting a Cricut machine, I highly recommend it. I love mine. I've actually upgraded since then and gotten the maker, and oh my goodness, I use it all the time. So maybe something you need to ask Santa for this year. It makes things so much easier, and I really truly enjoy using it, but completely up to you. I know it's not on everybody's craft budget, and I totally get that. So again, paint pens work, and a paintbrush and paint works too. Now that we have our sign made, let's put this all together. It's going to be amazing. So take your crates, lay them on the long side, 2 high, 4 total, stacked next to each other. That's going to be the front. We're then going to add our candy canes onto the sides using some zip ties. I then measured the distance between the candy canes, which happens to be 39 inches. I'm going to take that measurement over to my sign that I created and screw in or drill out 2 new holes on each side. We're going to use some more zip ties to attach this onto the candy canes. And one last thing, I had these cute little faux candy canes. I decided to cover up the holes on the very end with those, so just glued those right on. So here is our substantial and way too cute for its own good candy cane sales booth. Can you imagine this as a little photo prop for a photographer? You could put this into a kid's classroom, a Sunday school room. Oh my goodness, I just think it's adorable. Super easy to do, a little bit of an investment with the crates, but you could reuse those over and over again too. I love this. I think it's adorable. Our next project, we are going to need a big piece of foam board from Dollar Tree. We're going to make a huge gingerbread man using those huge candy canes again. So first things first, we need to make the body of the gingerbread man. So I grabbed the biggest round wreath that I had, which was a 14-inch size, and used that as the head. So I could trace this as the template for the head. So just using a pencil here, and then I'm just going to draw down a skinnier little body underneath the circle. Then you're going to use an X-Acto knife to cut out that shape. Attention to detail here. We're going to round the corners at the edges so that it just looks a little bit more finished. Now headed outside, you need to spray paint your foam board a light tan color. I liked this one because it kind of has a little bit of a glitter look to it. So I don't know, it just looked like a fun gingerbread color. We're gonna give this a couple coats of that spray paint, let it dry, and then we're gonna bring it back in and really give it its personality. I'm going to use this charger plate, which is just a little bit smaller than the size of the wreath that I used, and use that as a template to draw around it with a white paint pen. This is basically going to be like the faux icing of our gingerbread man. Grabbed back out my ruler so I could get some straight edges. We're going to finish drawing that out. We're then going to use some black paint pens to draw on his face and some embellishments to give him buttons and a bow. Now I'm sure you're thinking, where are his arms and legs? Well, that's where these candy canes come into play. They're actually going to be his arms and legs. The curved part, his arms, and the straight parts, his legs. His legs are a little bit too long though, so we're gonna cut those down. The cool thing about these candy canes is they're made with like a PVC pipe type material, which is easy to cut through. So I have a handsaw and a miter box to cut those down. These are super cheap from Walmart. I'll link that down below for you. Just cut them down to whatever size feels like the right balance. We're then going to reposition him, flip him over, and attach those candy canes to the back. So stinking cute. I love all of the oversized Christmas things that you can create, and this would be adorable if you made a whole gingerbread family too. And look how cute he is paired with our candy cane sales booth. Oh my goodness, another great photo prop idea. I remember getting one of these when I was a kid and it was just magical. So I hope that this DIY also brings maybe a little bit of magic to some little ones out there. You're gonna need a chocolate snowman, some Hershey Kisses, a big box of some kind of chocolate candy. I like these because it was still red and green for Christmas colors, and you're gonna need 2 large-sized candy canes, or you could even use those tube candy canes with the candy on the inside from Dollar Tree, some twine, and some cellophane. First thing we're going to do is make the sleigh. So you're going to lay your candy canes down, but put the hooks up and put your box of candy on top and use some hot glue to keep those in place. I also decided to flip this upside down and add a little bit of Scotch tape to the bottom just to make sure these weren't going to fall off. We're gonna now take our Hershey Kisses, wrap them up in the cellophane with some ribbon or twine. This is gonna become Santa's bag of toys that we're gonna attach onto the back of the sleigh. Now time for Santa. Add some glue to the bottom and back side of him and butt it up against that bag of toys or Hershey Kisses back there. That's gonna help him stand up. So our tradition when I was a kid was we got one Santa gift, and it was kind of like the big gift. And I remember coming downstairs one Christmas morning, and next to our stocking on a gift was these cute little sleighs, and I still remember that to this day, and I bet I was 5 years old. So just a magical memory for me. We're going to turn a plain cake into a candy cane cake. It is going to make you look fancy without a lot of effort. So grab a white cake from the store. I found one that actually had coconut all over it, and I thought that was pretty. It kind of looked like snow. And then I took some peppermints. You could take candy canes, put them into a bag, and crush them up. Now take all those crushed pieces of candy canes and put them at the base of the cake all the way around, kind of help cover up the cardboard that it's sitting on. We're also going to put it at the top, just around the edge. And last but not least, just tuck in some candy canes to the top, and it went from a plain Jane cake to a beautiful, fancy looking Christmas cake, like I said, without a lot of effort. You can use candy canes to make a candle holder. We're going to use some ribbon, a Dollar Tree taper candle, and we're going to start hot gluing the candy canes with the bottom side up and the hook side down around the base of our candle. Once we have all the candy canes wrapped around it, we're going to use some ribbon again to tie around the candy canes to help hold them in place and add a little extra style. We also used to hang candy canes on my grandparents' Christmas tree every year, and this is kind of a different take on that. We're going to turn these candy canes into heart-shaped ornaments. So instead of just one candy cane, you're going to need two. Put them together backwards to make that heart shape. Use a little bit of ribbon tied through the hole there. Make a loop, and then you can hang these from the tree. Just a fun, different way to do it. And then going back to basics, I remember making this in Girl Scouts. So I've shared a lot of traditions with you all. Let me know if you have any fun holiday traditions you want to share down in the comments below with me. I love hearing about them. And like I said, this one here, I made in Girl Scouts. Gosh, lots and lots and lots of years ago. A pipe cleaner with little curly cues for the antlers, a pom-pom ball for the nose, a couple wiggly eyes above that for his eyes, obviously. Just as easy as that. This is a fun, cute project. I remember my grandma making these too. Adorable to put in a stocking, just give to somebody, or create with your kiddos. A fun Christmas family DIY. Now head down to the description box below, grab that free printable, the Candy Cane Lane one, and then you can also find the information to join Honey Prints Paper Co. Don't forget to grab the special Black Friday sale, 50% off, which ends on Saturday, so don't miss that. More information is linked down in the description box below. And if you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll have 2 more budget-friendly DIY videos popping up on your screen. Pick which one is your favorite, click, head on over, and I'll see you there for more Christmas DIYs. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a creative day.